You often hear them before you see them. They have that buzzing sound. Bombus is the name of the genus, Bombus, and it's almost an onomatopoeia. It's that Bombus. And it actually means loud or bumbling. In the late 1990s, some researchers began to have concerns about bumblebee populations. There are, in North America, about 4,000 species of bees that are native. And what that means is that they were here before Europeans came and brought honeybees with them. One of the things I talk to my family about, I say, oh yeah, bumblebees are declining. The first thing they say is, but I saw a bumblebee in my garden yesterday. And I say, yeah, you probably did, because there are some that are doing great. We're interested in the ones that aren't doing great and why they're not.
Somewhere between a quarter and a third of North America's bumblebees are facing some degree of extinction risk. But the decline that we've seen in the rusty-patched bumblebee is fairly unique. A once common animal has become incredibly rare. In early 2013, we filed a petition with the Fish and Wildlife Service to have the rusty-patched bumblebee listed as an endangered species. The leading hypothesis for the decline in the rusty-patched bumblebee is that pathogens have likely led to those declines.
Nosema bombi is it's a microsporidium parasite, which is it's a tiny little spore. The bees eat it. It goes into their guts and into their hemolymph, which is their blood. There's a lot of speculation that Nosema from the commercial bumblebee industry got out into the wild and it spread. I am very confident that Nosema has played some role in the decline of rusty-patched bumblebee. Early on, I said, we need more data, and we didn't know what was going on. Well, we've gathered the data, and we've presented that to Fish and Wildlife Service. Look, you get the evidence in front of you, and it's stark. It's very stark for the rusty-patched bumblebee.
So we strongly believe that the rusty-patched bumblebee needs protection here in the United States to continue to survive and thrive throughout its historic range.
A listing could really be a benefit to a lot of species, not just the rusty-patched bumblebee. You can imagine that if we restore native habitat, other things that need that native habitat, frogs, birds, all those things get a benefit. We get a benefit because native habitat is often places we like to be, parks and things like that. When things get listed under the Endangered Species Act, there's always going to be pushback.
People ask me, why is that species important? I always get that question.
In the case of the rusty-patched bumblebee, there are very few people that have really even seen the species in the wild, but I still think it's valuable. People are just now becoming aware of the plight of the rusty-patched bumblebee, the plight of all these other critters out there that have 6 legs and aren't like us. The practical part of me says that losing the rusty patch has not a lot of impact. But certainly, philosophically, we should rage against this idea that we can just give up one species and it's okay. I think it shows two sides of humanity when we get into these conservation issues. And the one is that sort of self-serving, selfish human side, which is like, it's not helping me right now, I don't need it. And then that other side, which is like, we have some duty to stewardship of the earth, and that's what we have to do.